What's happening, guys? AD here from Techknowcrate. Today we're going to be taking a look at iOS 6. Is it a worthy upgrade or not? Apple had its public release about a month ago now, but I'm doing a late video about it. So let's see whether it fits your use or not. Is that a worthy upgrade for you or not? Alright, I have my iPod 4th generation, the iTouch, and please don't mind the crack. It happened to fall off my hand and it has shattered. Literally almost everything's gone right above the front facing camera. But anyway, going up to iOS 6, it is quite a worthy upgrade, but it does depend on how you use your device, like your phone, your iPhone, your iPad, or your iTouch, or maybe the coming up iPad mini. So the first thing which has changed in iOS 6 is maps. Apple said Google Maps, no ways. So Apple has changed it to their own maps. So let's go ahead and look at maps. Okay, right from your lock screen, there's, as you would already notice, not a much change, but if we go right into the Maps application, you have a huge change right here. It's completely redesigned. This one's not Google Maps anymore, it's Apple Maps. And the bad news is that this does not cover many locations. So if I were to search up something in India, it would not show me, because it doesn't have location for India. It does not recognize where you are if you're in India. It doesn't have any search help for India, and such is the same for many other countries. You can look that up for your own country on the Apple site. But nevertheless, let's check it out. The thing which I like about this map is that it's got a nice look to it on the standard view. So if I were to load up the standard view, you guys can already see it's quite a big change from Google Maps. Apple has done quite a lot in this. It must have taken a few years though, and it has a bit of a better look than Google Maps. But as many people have been reporting, Apple Maps does not show the right location. So if I were to go to some place, I would search it up. I would go to drive or maybe walk and like check out what's my search and my route. It might be wrong. So, and it has also been reported that there were cities in the ocean. So that's pretty much bad. Apple, I don't know why they have done this. I was a big time Apple fan, but with this maps upgrade that Apple has done, it is completely ridiculous. I really am awestruck. This is something which Apple has never done, and I just don't know, many Apple customers are upset with Apple just because of this. Anyway, the maps has turn-by-turn navigation now. This is on an iPod Touch, so I could probably not show it to you guys, but if you were on an iPhone 4S or 5 or 4, you would have turn-by-turn navigations right from your Maps application. And it has a flyover view, which you can check out in other videos. Pretty much cool, but that is something which is not very useful. It's just for sightseeing. So you can see it on other devices, not in this one. I'm sorry for that. I don't have my iPhone right now. Anyway, this is seriously bad, and if you do use a lot of maps on your device, then I suggest do not upgrade to iOS 6 or find some third-party applications for Google Maps. The new integrated in iOS 6 is now Facebook. So I could go right into my settings, and I could scroll down to Facebook. I could sign in right from there, and I would be integrated into Facebook right from there. I could post a photo from the Photos application. I could also brag about an app or something. I could like an app. I could comment right from the notification center. So I'm already signed in right here. So I get that tap to post thing right there for the from the notification center. So if I'd like to post from the notification center, that is now possible, even though that's not really a big thing if you're not a big Facebook user. but it is something for people who consume a lot of Facebook on their devices. And you also have other integrations, like it's integrated into the App Store, it's also integrated into Maps, it's integrated into Photos. And the thing which I have really used is that all your Facebook contacts and calendars will now be inbuilt into the device. So if you had a Facebook event coming up, it would show up on your calendars right on the device. If you had a contact on Facebook, it would show up in your contact page. But that is something which is not very useful. Only a certain limit of people would like it or hope for it to come to iOS, but anyway, it is an upgrade. And then other than that, you have obviously the usual Facebook app, which you can get even without iOS 6. You can just download it off the App Store. Exactly the same app, no difference, nothing in iOS 6 integrated or anything, the same exact thing. Another new application coming with iOS 6 is Passbook. This is like an NFC alternative from Apple. So if you go right into this app, it could store all your passes, your boarding passes, tickets, tow cards, your coupons, or anything else. All you have to do is maybe get a particular app for user. So I could go right in the App Store. I get a choice for which exactly do I want, like maybe MasterCard or some coupons or something Sodexo or anything like that. You have a certain section in the App Store now for the Passbook apps, like Booking.com, Airbnb, Lufthansa, the airlines, United Airlines, American Airlines. So I could get all these apps and I could collect all my boarding passes and more on my device, on my iOS 6 device. But that's not such a big thing. We can take printed boarding passes and all that, so this is not a useful feature, at least not for me. I've seriously not used it at all. A few FaceTime improvements. Now you could actually video call through cellular. So if you happen to not to be in a Wi-Fi area, you could probably just do it a FaceTime call on cellular. But that is only on obviously the iPhones and iPad cellulars. This is though done by Apple, but if your carrier does not support it, like Verizon, AT&T, or maybe Sprint does not support it, then you will not get this feature. Mail too, you now have a do not, I'm sorry, you have a flagged email mailbox, you have a VIP mailbox. So if you had a very important person, your boss, or maybe your parents who do matter to you a lot, then you could create a separate folder for their mails, which whatever mails they send you will be collected in that particular folder. Going over to Safari, we have a few improvements on Safari. One which I really loved is the full screen navigation. So if I were to go to apple.com in iPod Touch, or maybe just apple.com, then I could switch over to landscape view and I could put my device right into the full screen mode. Now I already had it on full screen mode, so it automatically went into full screen mode. But if you don't have it on full screen mode, then what happens is if you go in, you get a small tab right there for putting into full screen. You click on that and that's it, it's gone into full screen. Nothing, not even the status bar, everything's gone. If you scroll up, you can see your site and search things right there. You could go back just by that button right there. So if I go in and go into another thing, I want to get back to that home page of Apple, all I have to do is click that button right there and I'm back on the Apple home page. Okay, another thing Safari has got is iCloud tabs. So if I if I happen to put something in my reading list or maybe bookmarks or anything, it would be synced over iCloud to my PC, my Mac, or wherever, my iMac, and I could view the same particular page from there too. And there's also offline reading list, which is quite amazing. It's really useful. So if you don't have a lot of time and you gotta go out, you want to read an article, something on the web, all you have to do is put it into your reading list, and you could also view it without the net connectivity afterwards. All you have to do is go into your reading list, go on that page. It is already downloaded right there when you check on that add to reading list thing, so you can view it right from there without any cellular needs or Wi-Fi needs. Other big improvements to the App Store and the iTunes Store. It is completely renovated, redesigned, call it what you want to. They have changed it completely in iOS 6. It's an amazing design. I love this design. I could not say more. It is quite amazing. It's awesome. You have this, if you were to go into it, or maybe it's once in a month or something, you get that small dialogue for download for free all Apple applications, the ones which are for free, like iBooks, iTunes U podcasts and all that. But I've already done that, so I'll close it. And you could go into this my features tab right here. It automatically scrolls through these on the top of the screen, the featured apps, right, like the app, the iTunes Store on your Mac or PC. So it is pretty much similar to the Mac one, but on the iPad it's even more better in iOS 6, and you can scroll through all these too, the new and noteworthy, or you could just scroll through these, the featured ones, or you could scroll through what's hot or anything like that. And you can also go into the charts with the ones which the apps or games which are on top. You can check them out, paid ones, free ones, whichever you want. And on every tab there's a category button. So if you need categories for this charts tab right here, I could go to categories and choose one of my favorite categories, maybe music, and it'd show me the top apps on music right from there. I could also go into Genius. Now you have a separate Genius, what do you call this, tab. So you can go right into this, and you have this new full tab view, or whatever you want to call it. There's a big block right there, so you have one app on the screen at a time. It's not so on the iPad. On the iPad you have you have a few more apps, even though it's quite a lot similar. On the iPad you get a few more apps because it's the large screen. But you could tap into this app icon right there, and you could go into the app right from there, or you could search for an app. So I'll probably search for maybe Temple Run. Amazing game. I'd search for that, and it'll show me the same way that big block. I could tap right and go right in, and I could check out reviews or maybe download it. If I want to download it, I can download it right from there just by clicking it. I already have it, so I could open it, and I could also check out screenshots or anything. And as I already mentioned before, it has Facebook integration, so if I go over to reviews, I could like this app right from there. Moving on to Game Center, we have a new tab on Game Center called Friend Challenges, or maybe just Challenges. So I could challenge my friend to beat one of my high scores or anything, and if they challenge me too, I'll get my challenge right here. All my friends, whatever the challenge, will be in this tab right here. And I also have the ability to, as I mentioned before, post high scores, brag about my high scores on Facebook or Twitter if I'm signed into them through settings. I could also get friend recommendations based on my Facebook friends. Okay, apart from this, if you were on an iPhone, you'd also get a few more things, a few improvements on the call basis. I'd get Do Not Disturb, which I also have right here on my iPod. I could go right into settings, and I could choose the Do Not Disturb. I could switch it on right from here, so I will not get any messages, no calls, nothing, no notifications. They'll all be silenced. But if I do get a second call from the same person within 3 minutes, that will not be silenced. So if it's an emergency, it still goes through. And there are other improvements like Siri improvements. You can now check out restaurants, you can book a table, you could book a ticket for a movie, if maybe Prometheus or Avengers or whatever you'd like. And you could also check out your latest scores. You could check out what's happening in the football world. You can check out who's height and all that. It can see that in other videos by Apple, or maybe the keynote right on the Apple site. But you also have other improvements to Siri, like you can open an app from Siri. You could talk it right into Siri and it open that app for you. You could post on Facebook from Siri just by using your voice. You could also it's something upcoming. If you were in a car and you had Siri inbuilt into it, or there are some cars coming up. So Apple is teaming up with big car companies like Bugatti and others like Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and all that to get Siri hands-free on their automobile. You also have other Siri improvements like local search in supported countries, and the supported countries for Siri and Maps with Siri will be increased with iOS 6. Alright guys, so let's come to a conclusion now. So if you do use a lot of maps on your device, then I suggest do not upgrade to iOS 6, but because it does have Apple Maps, which is quite a lot haywire, and you have cities in the ocean and all that, so you better not upgrade unless you get a third-party app for Google Maps if you are a great map consumer. If you love Facebook, then maybe you should upgrade. There's a Facebook integrated in iOS, and if you want other improvements with Siri, then maybe you should get iOS 6. But overall, what I would say is iOS 6 is not much of a change. Many people were saying that iOS 6 will be again the same boring thing, and Apple doesn't change the customizable, I always want to change something more than that background. Why doesn't Apple get that? But the thing is that Apple still has not done anything with it. The usual iOS 6, a few more wallpapers, a little bit here and there, a few changes, and that's it. It's in the market. This was AD from Techknowcrate. Please hit that like button right below you, somewhere there, if you like the video. Subscribe to our channel right on top there. Thank you.